It was a dark and stormy night, and then suddenly Goth Tarot was here. Hi everybody. TFT Tarot for today, Divine Dabblings with Oberon and Banshee. And this is me, Oberon, for Goth Tarot. It's my weekly look into the shadows. And I've been told I'm a little drony at times, but I like that. At any rate, I have tried adjusting some things to maybe make the experience more enjoyable. I have a new reading to share with everybody. So let's get started right away. And this is just a collective reading for the Goth or related communities. The first deck I'm going to use will set the tone as our Gothic structure for the week. And by the way, that week is June 12th through 18th. So in Goth Tarot, we just look at a couple of ideas for the overall tone and things to look out for. So I'm using the Gothic Tarot and I'm looking for our structure. Basically, what is the environment around us, the overall things that maybe are most important and happening at this time. And that card is Strength. There comes a time when we have to figure out how we apply our strength, our abilities, and even what we truly believe in towards perhaps a particular goal or situation. So what I'm seeing here I think it's the idea that we do have to cast our faith in whatever our overall structures of belief are. And so the idea of strength is wherever we're finding source, sustenance, we have to stick with that and we have to amplify that. I think that's going to be really important. It feels like maybe there's just going to be a reason why we need to have strength. Okay, so I'm going to move on to our second card. And that's coming from the Deviant Moon Tarot. And this is the things you should find out about. These are things that maybe you don't know now, but you should or you will find out. And most likely are things that are probably have an interaction with the first card affecting how we're seeing our structure and how we're applying our energy towards the tasks where we need strength at. It's the upright Four of Wands. That's kind of cool. So I think maybe call off the alarm. I mean, maybe this card is saying things are mostly well. Someone has your back. Someone has a sense of structure for you. I mean, that's the Four of Wands in a way, is the sense of a home or a structure or a foundation, something that is supportive. Now, of course, it could be saying that that's where the challenge comes from, that maybe within your unit structure, some challenge that requires you to figure out exactly how you want to apply strength is going to become important. I'm not sure exactly how to see that. At any rate, card 3 is the actions necessary to help or create those flows that we need to have there. And that's going to come from the Black Tarot, which I've used often. It's an independent deck from the Brig. So what are those actions that are necessary to find or deal with the challenges or the part of our structure that's requiring us to take a stronger hand? And it is something about the home environment with that 4 of Wands there. It's all good in a way. I mean, one would think this could be about expanding the home or the structure or the family, the unit. This could be about moving or strengthening those things. So what are the actions needed? It's the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, and she's upright, so it's great. More Wands, so this really seems like there's a lot of ideas here about growth and vivaciousness now. The idea of really using all your main powers of charm, charisma, confidence to move this forward. It almost seems like you have it, like this reading is almost not necessary. So I'm going to wrap it up real quick by going to our final card. And I'm using the Cthulhu Dark Arts Tarot, these incredibly monster-sized cards. I have not used this deck a whole lot, but when I have used it for the Goth Tarot program. So we're going to try this again. And this final card is the Gift from Beyond, and that's why I've chosen Cthulhu. I guess it would be the idea of what extraordinary things that you can't account for through what else is indicated in the reading, the naturalistic strengths and powers and foundations and charismas and all of that. What is that beyond thing that maybe you don't know about? I mean, it could just be another human being and how they're going to interact with this, but it could just be something else. I'm not saying it's a ghost coming to help out, but and I'm also reading this card sideways so that I could sort of look at the idea of either end of it or a neutral zone in between those two energies. So it's the Three of Swords. That's very interesting. it sort of feels like there's a cautionary note, but then maybe there isn't one. There is the additional idea. Let's move you up there for the moment. That this is about overall a reflection upon what has tried to separate you or to break your heart, and also what has been used to heal you. And so the idea that comes to mind is mostly misunderstandings. And so maybe some of these other cards here now play the greater role, that within your community, your family, your relationship, strength is needed, especially the strength of the heart, in understanding roles and goals maybe that are coming with, foundation. And that the gift from beyond is maybe telling us all things are not necessarily cast in stone or something more permanent, that there's a bit of flexibility here when it comes to affairs of the heart. And I would just have to say that if this card reading seems to indicate we have to take care in our personal lives, how we are dealing with our situations, we have to be measured. And that's really goes back to the original strength card too, that sometimes the strength of the heart is better than the physical strength that we may use to get our way or to resolve a problem or a situation. So that's it for Goth Tarot. I'll see you next time.